Hey y'all, so I got a whole bunch of questions from two videos that I made. One being if you're dating a man with children, encourage him to be a father, and the other about mothers not keeping the kids away from the father. Now here's the thing. There are a whole lot of different circumstances that surround that. So with all the questions that I got, I'm going to try to answer them all in here and make myself clear. Here's my disclaimer. If you have kids and you want more kids, be careful who you have children by. If you don't have any children, be careful who you have children by. Make sure you're having children from a loving relationship. Make sure that you're having children with someone that you see yourself marrying, or wait until you get married, because a lot of these situations can be avoided. Somebody asked me, well, why when men find out that women are pregnant, they get upset? My assumption is that they get upset because they didn't plan on having a family with you. They don't see a future with you. So this is not how they envisioned this situation going. They wanted their children with someone else. They didn't see the relationship going much further. You were somebody that they were doing or messing around with to waste time, but they didn't see you as the person that they were going to build a family with. And I mean, it's a harsh reality, but it is what it is. Then somebody also asked me how I felt about men saying that they shouldn't be responsible for a child once they say that they want you to abort the baby. I don't agree with that statement. And here's the thing. I don't agree with it because we're all adults here. You know what comes with sex. You know that you're either subjected to STDs or pregnancy. You know that. So coming into it, why would you consistently have sex with somebody raw, get them pregnant, and then expect them to make the hardest decision as a woman that you'll have to go through and ask them to terminate a pregnancy? And then think because they don't, you don't owe them shit. No, you created that baby, and that baby is just as much yours as it is hers. So you should man up and take responsibility for that child because you knew that this could be a possibility. You can't expect everybody to run to the clinic so that you can hide from responsibility. You cannot do that. That's not how life works. That's not how life works. You can't, it's not even logical. People that say that, I just wonder, like, how do you feel like that's okay? And I see a lot of women that support that statement too. If he asked you to get an abortion and you didn't, then he shouldn't be responsible. You know what? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because if he doesn't want children, he should wrap it up. He shouldn't have sex. And that's for all parties involved. So, if you end up with a child, you should take care of that child. And beyond that, the child is your own flesh and blood. So why would you not want to be a part of that? Why would you not? People say things like that and put shit like that on the atmosphere, and what they don't realize is that they're encouraging this behavior. They're making people feel like it's okay. Oh, well, because I said I want an abortion and she kept it. Fuck it. No. How does that make sense? And I know I'll probably get a lot of backlash on this, but I really don't care. I feel like if two people have sex and a baby comes about, she chooses not to have an abortion because that's a hard-ass decision, and it's not his body that has to go through that. It's not him that has to go through that mentally. They have this baby. It is his baby just as well as it is hers, and since they both took part in the sex, they should both be taking care of that child. Point blank, period. That's how I feel about that. So then someone else asked me, well, what happens when men lie on the mother of their child to the person that they're with, and the person that they're with is believing him and believing that he's a good father? Honestly, there's nothing that you can really do about that. People's lies eventually get revealed, and sometimes the woman know that he's lying and doesn't give a damn anyway. You know, people love the person that they're with, and they will ride with them to the end, lies or not. So, with that said, it's really nothing that you can do. I don't encourage people to call people and start up mess, because most of the time these women that are with these men, they already know what's going on. People are not stupid. People are not as naive as you think. So, if you think that he's telling her that he's doing this and doing that, please believe. If he always at home, she know he ain't spending time with them damn kids. She can see. She ain't blind. She just don't care. And it's sad because a lot of women stated that it's not my business if he's not in his kid's life when I posted the one video about encouraging him to be a father. And what I'll say about that is, you make it your business if he's not working to encourage him to get a job. You make it your business to encourage him not to cheat on you. So why would you not encourage him to be a part of his kid's life? Is it an insecurity thing? Oh, you don't want to see him around his baby mama? Because no man is going to come around me and I'm not going to encourage him to be with his children. If I see that you haven't seen your kids in a week, I'm going to ask you about it. I'm going to say, oh, how your kids doing? When you picking them up? Because that's me as a concerned woman. As a woman in your life, I'm supposed to make sure that you are at your best. Just like as my man, you should be making sure that I'm at my best. You know, but people don't understand that kind of balance throughout a relationship. It's not just him making you happy, sexing you good, and feeding you, and that's it. As long as that's done, nothing else in your life matters. You guys should be making sure that each other is thriving in every department in your life, including the children. Including the children. That's not a separate thing. Oh, them somebody else's kids, so fuck them. No, those are his kids too. Hello? So, okay, I got some notes over here that I referenced if y'all wondering where my eyes are going. So, another topic that kept hitting my inbox. Men, when you get into a new relationship, don't allow a woman to pull you so far into that relationship that you're no longer seeing your kids. You're not spending time with them. They can't be around you because she don't want them at her house. It is some bitter females like that will try to keep a man away from his kids, probably because they think he's with the baby mama. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. Create balance in your life. Because believe it or not, kids notice the difference. When you start distancing yourself, kids notice, okay, daddy haven't been here in a while. What's going on? And then you wonder why they don't like or respect your new relationship, because you've been pulled away from them. That's why. You wonder why they're looking at your new girlfriend with the side eye, because she's keeping you apart from them. That's how they feel when you make all the time for this new person and you just drop them off and forget about them. You know, that's not okay. You have to create balance. Balance is so important. And then another thing that I was being asked by ladies is, how do you get over the fact that he is not going to be there? I went through that, and let me tell you something. It's not an easy thing, because when things get hard for you, those are the worst times. That's when you think about the fact that the other parent isn't there. You have all this weight on you. You got a sick kid. You trying to get him to daycare, get him to school. You late for work. You wish you had this. You got to buy school clothes, but the bills is due. And that's when it comes to the forefront. Like, where is this other person that's supposed to be supporting me during this? But what you really have to do is pray and know that any type of negative energy that you feel about that other person, you exude that, so your child feels it. Because I know that when I would get angry and be in my moods, like, my kid would know, like, mommy, what's wrong? So you have to know and protect your energy. You have to stay prayerful, and you have to focus on the child. You have to just bring yourself to an understanding that it is for your best interest and the child's best interest to let go of that situation. And know that you are your strongest soldier, and you got to do this for this kid. Once I developed that understanding, it was easier for me to just say, okay, I'm going to forget about him. It doesn't even matter where he's at. When hard times came, it was just like, okay, so what am I going to do to fix this? It wasn't, where's he at? Why is he not here? You know, because that's the times when you think about it, when it's hard for you. When it's easy, you don't think about it as much. But when it starts getting hard and heavy, you like, I shouldn't be doing this shit by myself. But once I came to the understanding with self, I'm all I got. This person ain't here. They not doing what they need to do. So I have to do this myself, and I have to be strong while I'm doing it. And being angry at somebody else is not going to help me get through this any easier. I stopped being angry. I stopped caring. I stopped worrying about it. And I made stuff happen for my son. And it created a peaceful environment. And then eventually, when he did start calling and coming around, it was just easy for me to talk to him regular, give him the phone, let him talk to my son. It was no argument, because you have to come to an understanding that people are who they're going to be. And after you try to encourage them and keep inviting them to do something and they choose not to, that's on them. You did your part. It's nothing else you can do. You can't force it. You can encourage it, but if they don't accept the encouragement, you have to let it go. You have to let it go, and you have to come to a peaceful understanding that this is just who they are. And that's the understanding I came to. This is just who they are. Nothing else I can do. And once you come to that understanding, you'll be able to move forward so peacefully. So that's really all you can do. And those were the questions. All of those questions that I just answered were questions that were asked to me. So if you have any other questions, you can definitely hit me up in my inbox, Miriam Arlette, or comment on this YouTube video. But please believe, if you're a single parent, you can get through it. But if you are co-parenting with somebody and you're making it difficult for that other parent, stop doing that. Your kids need two parents. Your kids need two parents. So if at any capacity you're trying to give somebody a hard time because you're pissed off or hurt about adult problems, let that shit go. If you're dating somebody and you know they have kids and they're not doing the best they can, encourage them to do better. Because kids need their parents. Kids need their parents more than you need the dick or vagina that you're getting out of that relationship. So don't be selfish. Think about the kids. When you stop thinking about your kids, you're being selfish. Kids need you. Kids could be better people based on how their parents treat them, based on the presence of their parents. So be there for your children as much as possible. Don't make it hard for one another to be around each other, and be positive around the kids. You can hate each other's guts, but when you come around those kids, act like you love each other. Act like y'all the best of friends. When the kids turn their back, give each other the finger. But when y'all are in front of the kids, make sure that y'all present a united front for them. Kids need their parents. So I'm here. I'm open for any questions or anything that you have. Hopefully that summed everything up. I wanted to make it as quick as possible. But if not, y'all are more than welcome to send more questions. Thank you.